Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to stop for a moment and think about where you are right now in your life. The world is moving fast, and sometimes we can get caught up in that pace, lost in the noise. But today, I'm here to slow things down for you. I'm here to remind you of something simple yet powerful. What you tell yourself every single day shapes your reality. It shapes the life you live, the choices you make, and the legacy you leave behind. Words have power, but the words you say to yourself, they have a force like no other. They're the ones that define you. So let's dive into 9 things you need to tell yourself every day. First, every morning when you wake up, tell yourself, I am enough. Say it with me. I am enough. Do you believe that? Do you truly believe that when you look in the mirror and see your reflection staring back at you? I am enough. It's not a wish. It's not a hope. It's a truth. Because every single one of you sitting here today, no matter where you come from, what your past holds, or what challenges lie ahead, each one of you is enough. There's a lot out there that will try to convince you otherwise. You'll see people with more money, more success, more fame, and they'll seem larger than life. But you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else, because who you are in this moment is enough. You've survived your hardest days, you've overcome your toughest battles, and you're here, right now. And that's enough. Now, this doesn't mean you stop growing, that you stop striving. No, it means you stop doubting your value. You stop wondering if you measure up, if you're worthy. You are enough as you are, and from that place of strength, you can build and grow into more. Tell yourself, I am enough every day, because the world will try to tell you otherwise. People might try to tell you that you're not, but you are, and you always will be. Next, tell yourself, I will not fear failure. This is a big one. Fear of failure is one of the greatest traps in life. We live in a world where success is celebrated, but failure, it's hidden, swept under the rug. But I'm here to tell you that failure is not the enemy. Failure is a friend. Failure is a friend. Failure is a teacher. It's the stepping stone to success, and it's an inevitable part of the journey. When you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to try. You're afraid to step outside your comfort zone and take a risk. But let me ask you this, how are you going to grow if you never fall? How will you ever learn if you don't mess up sometimes? Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Every great achievement in history came after a series of failures. Those who fear failure will never reach their full potential because they'll play it safe. But the people who succeed in life, they embrace failure. They understand that it's a natural part of the process. Tell yourself, I will not fear failure, and more than that, don't fear other people's judgment when you fail. Because trust me, the people who judge you for your failures are the ones too afraid to take a risk themselves. So go out there, fail, learn, and rise stronger every time. Third, say to yourself, I control my attitude. The world will throw all kinds of things at you that are outside your control. You can't control the weather, you can't control other people's behavior, and you sure as hell can't control the past. But you can control one thing every single day, your attitude. How you choose to approach life, whether you face it with fear, doubt, anger, or optimism, hope, and resilience, that's entirely up to you. You've got to understand that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Some days, life is going to hit you hard. You're going to wake up to bad news, to setbacks, to disappointments. And you'll have 2 choices. You can let that bring you down, or you can decide to rise above it. When you tell yourself, I control my attitude, you're giving yourself the power to shift your perspective. You're saying, no matter what happens today, no matter how rough it gets, I'm going to handle it with grace, with strength, with dignity. Because at the end of the day, no one can take your attitude from you. That's yours. That's your power. The fourth thing I want you to tell yourself every day is, I am responsible for my happiness now. This one is big. Too often, we give away our power by thinking that happiness comes from external things. We think, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll be happy when I find the right partner, or I'll be happy when I make more money. But the truth is, happiness doesn't come from things outside of you. It comes from within. You've got to take responsibility for your own happiness. Stop waiting for other people or external circumstances to bring you joy. That's not their job, it's yours. Happiness is a choice, not a destination. It's something you create every single day through your actions, your mindset, and your attitude. Yes, life will throw curveballs. Yes, you'll have bad days, bad weeks, maybe even bad years. But in those moments, remind yourself that you are responsible for your happiness. You have the power to find joy even in the toughest times. It's not always easy, but it's always possible. Fifth, tell yourself I can handle anything that comes my way. Life is unpredictable. We all know that. It'll throw you challenges you never expected, problems you never thought you'd face. And sometimes it'll feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But let me tell you this, you are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you realize. You have a well of resilience within you that's deeper than you've ever imagined. When the going gets tough, don't tell yourself, I can't handle this. Tell yourself, I've got this. I can handle anything that comes my way, because you can. You've been through hard times before, and you've survived. You've faced challenges, and you've overcome them. You've been knocked down, and you've gotten back up. That's who you are. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits. But when you tell yourself, I can handle this, you're tapping into that inner strength. You're reminding yourself of your resilience, your courage, and your ability to overcome. And once you truly believe that, there's nothing life can throw at you that you can't handle. The sixth thing to remind yourself daily is, I am worthy of love and respect. Too often, we settle for less than we deserve because we don't believe we're worthy. We tolerate toxic relationships, unhealthy work environments, and people who don't treat us right because deep down we think that's all we're worth. But I'm here to tell you that you are worthy of love, worthy of respect, worthy of kindness and care. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're not. Don't ever let anyone treat you like you're less than, because you are not. And that worth doesn't come from what you do or how much you achieve or how much money you make. It comes from who you are at your core. You are worthy simply because you exist. So every day, remind yourself, I am worthy of love and respect, and then act like it. Set boundaries. Demand respect. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not tear you down. And most importantly, love and respect yourself. Because how you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. Next, I want you to say this, I am constantly growing and evolving. Life is a journey, not a destination. You are not the same person today that you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You're growing. You're evolving. And that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes we get stuck in the idea that we need to have it all figured out right now, that we need to be perfect, that we need to have all the answers. But life isn't about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about becoming a little bit better every day, learning from your mistakes, growing from your experiences, and evolving into the best version of yourself. When you remind yourself that you're constantly growing, you free yourself from the pressure to be perfect. You give yourself permission to learn, to make mistakes, to try again. You understand that growth is a process, and that process never stops. The eighth thing to tell yourself is, I am grateful. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. It takes you out of the mindset of lack and puts you in a mindset of abundance. When you're grateful, you see the world differently. You start to notice the little things, the beauty in a sunrise, the kindness of a stranger, the love of your family and friends. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the challenges and hardships in your life. It means recognizing that even in the midst of those challenges, there are still things to be thankful for. Every day, no matter what's going on, take a moment to remind yourself, I am grateful. Grateful for the lessons, the opportunities, the people in your life. Grateful for the gift of another day. And finally, the ninth thing you need to tell yourself every day, I am a work in progress. And that's okay. Perfection is an illusion. It's a trap. You will never be perfect. And that's not the point. The point is to keep moving forward, to keep growing, to keep striving to be better than you were yesterday. When you tell yourself, I am a work in progress, you give yourself grace. You allow yourself to be human. You let go of the need to have it all figured out, and you embrace the journey. You understand that life is about progress, not perfection. That every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. So as you go through your day, your week, your life, remind yourself of these 9 things. I am enough. I will not fear failure. I control my attitude. I am responsible for my happiness. I can handle anything that comes my way. I am worthy of love and respect. I am constantly growing and evolving. I am grateful. I am a work in progress, and that's okay. These words are your foundation. They're your anchor when life gets tough. They're your guide when you feel lost. They are the truths you need to remind yourself of every single day, because the words you speak to yourself have power. They shape your reality. So choose your words wisely, speak to yourself with love, with kindness, with strength, and watch as your life begins to change. Thank you.